a woman accidentally discovered her husband was crying late at night while looking at a photo of his first love. Thinking back to their endless arguments after marriage, she finally realized this marriage was a mistake from the start. Back then, she gave up her medical career for him, stayed home to take care of his every need, even gave up the child she had longed for. But he still couldn't forget his first love. In the end, they chose to divorce. On their way to finalize the divorce, they got into a car accident. The vehicle exploded. Flames instantly swallowed their unwilling faces, but when they opened their eyes, they had both returned to the moment they first got together. The moment their eyes met, they knew they had both been reborn. Before they could process it, the man's first love appeared. Seeing the woman he had longed for, he immediately let go of his wife's hand and chose to study abroad with his first love. 7 years passed in a flash. The woman married a handsome billionaire, had a lovely son, and became a top medical expert. Her family of 3 was happy and loving. The man also used his past life memories to gain some success. At a class reunion, he became the center of attention. Wanting to show the gap between him and his ex-wife, he deliberately brought her up in front of everyone. The others quickly chimed in, saying she was no longer worth mentioning. He thought she would avoid the reunion out of shame, but the next second, she walked in and casually started eating cake. Seeing her dressed simply, the man mocked her, saying she was nothing without him. Then, with an air of superiority, he took out a check for 100,000 and placed it in front of her. He had planned this gathering just to flaunt his success in front of her, even told everyone not to inform her that he would be attending. But to his surprise, she simply glanced at the check and laughed, then returned it without hesitation. She didn't need his pity, and told him everything he had now was merely borrowed from his past life memories. Her words made him furious. He raised his hand, ready to hit her. Just then, he received a call from his company's manager, saying he was about to meet a billionaire, so he left the hall for a moment. Little did he know, the woman was the billionaire's wife. After he left, her son ordered a strawberry cake for her, since she had just finished surgery and hadn't eaten yet. The little boy, who adored his mother, wanted to bring her a dessert she loved. When the luxurious cake arrived at the banquet hall, the first love assumed it was for her, refusing to believe it was meant for the plainly dressed woman. Ignoring her objections, she signed the receipt with her own name. Then she cut a piece, walked over to the woman, and before she could react, smeared the cake all over her face.